Hey everyone, welcome back. 71 Nova, as always. So, not a lot's changed since the last video. We'll just go inside the car and talk through a little bit. Alright, let's get in here. Let me spin you guys around. So, last time we were welding in the rocker support. Let's see if that light helps a little bit. Not really. So the rocker support's all in, all the plug welds are in. We did a little solid welding down there at the bottom and a little bit up in the door jamb. That's all gonna get covered up or ground down to look a little bit better. I'm a big believer, especially on these subframe cars. The more you can weld together, the stronger it'll be, because the body is really the only strength this thing has. Ooh, you can't see, but I'm getting stuck. Come around the other side. And yeah, so she's all plug welded there. We ran into one issue that I didn't film because it was a disaster. Right down there, right in here, the bottom of the door jamb to the rocker support. Don't forget that. If you're ever changing that piece, don't forget that that needs to attach down there, because if you forget and you don't fit that up before you start welding, it's gonna fight you every step of the way, and it's not fun. So what we're gonna work on now is getting all these plug welds, especially these in here and down here, get all that ground down flush, because the inner rocker sits like right along these plug welds right here, right in there. So we're gonna grind all that down, probably clean this up just a little bit and coat over all the bare metal and everything with either some epoxy or some weld through primer. And then the inner rocker's ready to go on. So I'm gonna knock those down real quick, at least the ones that are gonna be in the way. And we're gonna get the inner rocker, and I'll bring you guys back. We'll fit it in and get ready to install it, hopefully for the last time. All right, we're back. A little bit of light, hopefully it doesn't block too much of the great view I'm sure you have. All right, so let's get this inner rocker fit up. Everything's coated over here. Epoxy and weld through primer. I don't have my epoxy out. I'll show you what it is. I'll show you some other time if anyone's interested. It's cheap. It's not I'm sure it's not the best stuff. I'm sure there's better options, but it does the job and it's available locally, which is a big deal. Just some rattle can, I think it's VHT epoxy paint. It does a good job for what I need it to do. These things, all inside the rockers and things that are hidden off, that stuff in the factory had no coating on it whatsoever. If you've ever taken one of these apart, you know that at best it had a galvanized coating, but it was more or less bare metal. So if you put anything in here, you're already doing better than the factory did. So anything's better than nothing, and that's all we're going for, is just a little bit of added protection. So hopefully that's dry. I'm trying to keep this frame rail off of my flange so I don't take all the primer off. Oh, stay there, please. Everything's in the way, including my light. Get that in the neighborhood. What am I doing? Doing something. Back all the way. Gonna be a bit of a sorry bastard. I hope I can say that on YouTube. Loud noises. Ooh, that's hitting something solid. There she goes. Sorry guys. Hopefully I remember to turn that volume down when I edit. Really close. That's way too low back there. So we'll fix that in a minute. All right. So I'm close. I'm very, very close. Where's my pick? I'll show you the street pick. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to align my screw holes. There we go. She's moving. All right. I think that about did it. And sorry about your ears. Alright, so that's in good shape. Why are we over here? Oh, it's gonna go down quite a bit. Whoops. That's why it's so important to have some kind of alignment aid, whether it's screw holes or something. I'm way too low back here. This thing here. Unfortunately, being low is not where you want to be because it's very, very difficult, ow, to get it moved back up. You end up just doing stupid things like that. I'm just gonna go here. There we go. Now we're doing something. That may have just fixed it. Screw hole, so now that's good. Perfect. Can I get one more? That would just be awesome. Any of these made for screw holes? I wish that was brought up just a little bit. Here's again. Future me, if you're listening, please remember to edit that. I don't want to break the people's eardrums. All right. I think that'll work. Got one right there. That is all kinds of stretched out. Why not have a bigger screw? Let me just clamp it. Clamp it and call it good. That's the first one I grabbed, so. Jesus. Less. There we go. All right, that's pretty good. So, she's in. I guess I can't ask for much more than that. Now we're just going to pick a spot here. Pick a spot, fire up the welder, and try to get at least a few of these plug welds. I like to work from the middle out. This probably isn't quite the middle, but close enough for what we're doing. And just try to get everything in line as I go so that if I start here and it ends up being a little out or high or low over there, I have a little bit of adjustment in it. But yeah, welder on and start burning her in. Ooh, that's not good. All right, so we're back. Rather embarrassing, we ran out of welding gas. Only someone predicted that would happen. Got it refilled, mad dash to get to the shop and get a new bottle before they close, but we did it. So inner rocker's fit up. Now we can finally get to tacking it in. So we're gonna go for that. I'm just gonna try to get at least a few here along the top, so it's held in place. A little bit of a gap, a little gappy up here between the rocker and the support. So we'll have to hammer that down and make that fit nicely. But yeah, a few on the top, a couple on the toe board there, and then we'll have to get the jack underneath it and push the bottom up just a little bit so that it meets up nice and flush. It's touching. I just got to bring the outer is sitting a little bit lower than the inner. So get that pushed up, get that taken care of, and same thing on the bottom. Just get at least every fourth or fifth plug weld in just to hold it together, and we'll come back and finish this up later. That's ugly. That's better. Ow. Hey guys, freshly welded metal is hot. I'm gonna Like I said, I don't learn lessons. I'll do that again. Give me 10 minutes. Now, yeah, try to work on, oops, beating this into submission just a little bit. Cover your ears. Please don't break. Oh, at least the weight was on the ground. Oh, such a pain. There we go. This part is definitely a pain. The outer rocker will fold to conform, which is what you need it to do. And it's got enough play in it to get up there, but it's not exactly thrilled about it. I don't know if that's designed like that, if you want to fill it up nice and tight before you weld it together, or if it's just stamping, aftermarket stamping. The outer rocker is a little bit, spread a little bit wider than the inner. Either way, it's fixable. Okay, cool. All right, the bottom's all tied up, at least for now. So I'm gonna lay on the floor and finish those up, and we'll go back through all this when it's all done, because I don't want to lay on the floor, so why would anyone want to watch me lay on the floor? All right, so we're a little bit later on. The underside is not done, but there's a few plug welds on it. Oh, those ones are all empty. There's a few on there, enough to hold it at the right height anyway, and it's definitely not going anywhere. So it's pushed up, it's where it wants to be. I will get down there at some point and finish that up on the end. If we're going through this door. On the inside, hit the light. Same thing. There's some in there. She's certainly not finished yet, but enough to hold it where it's gonna live, and some stitch welding up there just for good measure. Still have to do the toe board, but we'll come back and later I won't shut it off. We will come back and finish that up another time. Just plug welding endlessly. Should get this angle over here. So yeah, she's in her home. She's not moving. Looks really good, nice and sturdy. And once we get all those holes welded up, it'll be in there. Well, I guess it's in there for good now, but in there for good. All right, so that's gonna do it for this one. Inner rocker is in-ish. We'll finish that up, and that won't be much more to see on that when we come back next time. We'll hopefully be working on, oops, get your angles right. Be working on the cowl panel there in the corner, getting all the metal cleaned up. Any repairs done before the new piece goes in, which we have the new piece, so we're all good there. A little bit of massaging to do on that panel. There was on the passenger side as well, so nothing too crazy, but a little bit of fitment to do. We'll be getting that in, and the front of this car, the rockers will be all done, the front corners will be all done, and it'll actually start to look like something. It's getting to the point now where it's probably only 4 or 5 more parts, a couple thousand more dollars, and probably 100-ish man hours of labor away from being a car that you could buy and say, this is a pretty good car. I don't know what I started with, but it'll get there. It's a long process, but thank you guys for watching. Like, comment down below, let me know what you guys think of the Nova. We've got to let you guys in on the full plan for it at some point. A lot of that is procrastination on my part because I don't know what the full plan is just yet, but we'll talk about that down the road too. Let me know what you guys think I should do with it. And yeah, subscribe, follow along, because the fun's just gonna keep on coming. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.